All right, Matt Galogli here, and I'm going to give you another video on how you can grow your practice 20% in the next 90 days. And today I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about how you actually do this, okay? So I'm coming to you live from my office here in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. And so let's dive into this right away, okay? So I'm going to use my trusty dusty little, this is really high-tech stuff, isn't it? So this is one of my favorite ways to kind of illustrate this to people. And I want you to think about it this way. If you are struggling in your practice and you're not making the kind of money you want, and you feel like you're in the wilderness, right? In the wilderness, you know, if you've ever heard the story biblically, is you keep wandering around the mountain, right? You keep going around and round and round and round and round and round and round the mountain. And what happens is you never really reach into the promised land. And it's like every couple of weeks you're like, okay, this is going to be it. This is going to be the breakthrough. And then you get to the other side of the mountain and you're like, oh, that wasn't it. And then you get to the other side, and it's this never-ending process. And what it does is it leads you to this place of where you've got all this never-ending anxiety, this ongoing stress about whether or not this thing is going to work. You don't have enough money in your bank account. And it seems like payrolls always do. You ever notice that when things aren't going well, doesn't it seem like payroll comes a lot faster? And you look like this guy right here. Well, where we want to take you is that you want to go to the promised land. And in the promised land, you have the respect of your peers because you have a successful medical practice, not just because you're making money, but because you're able to treat your patients and make them feel better and have better quality of life. You become this patient advocate, and your patients are just thrilled, like they're happy to see you. They see you at the local grocery store or out, on the town having dinner or something like that, and it's almost like you're a little bit of a celebrity. And that's what this place is like. And you got money in the bank. You have 4 to 6 months of your operating expenses in the bank, and so things are great, right? You're in that place where very few people get to. The problem is how do you get there? Well, this, by the way, this little thing right here, this is what we call the raging river, and you have to cross this river in order to get to the promised land. The problem is crossing this river is not easy, okay? And what happens with most doctors. So I want you to think about if you've ever been out in the wilderness, and I've done a lot of wilderness backpacking with my son. My oldest boy's an Eagle Scout, and we've done all kinds of really cool stuff. And it's interesting, we've done this wilderness backpacking where you have to cross rivers like this. And how do you cross them when there's not a bridge? You cross them by jumping on stones, okay? And that gets you to the other side. Now the problem is that if you decide to jump too far on the stone or try to bite off more than you can chew, what happens is that you wind up hitting a rock and you're unbalanced, and maybe that rock is going to be slippery because there's water rushing over it or there's algae or anything like that, and you slip, you go into the river, and then all your gear is wet. Nothing worse than trying to sleep in a wet sleeping bag or a wet tent and have wet clothes when you're on the trail and the temperature drops down to about 30 degrees at night. Ask me how I know this. Okay, so what most doctors do is that they say, okay, I need more traffic. If I want to grow my practice and get to the promised land, I need more traffic. And so what they do is that they sign up for somebody to do Facebook ads for them, or they do pay-per-click, or they get a new website built and they think, okay, this is going to solve the traffic problem. Or they meet somebody that's, oh, I'm filling my practice by doing seminars. So they're going to do the seminar thing, and they copy exactly what they do, and boom, they get no results, or they don't get enough results. And it's like you just, jumped towards a rock, fell in the river, and decided to swim back over here. There we go, swim back over here to dry off and try and live another day. And you get frustrated every single time you try to cross that river because you don't make it. Well, the problem is it's not that you're generating traffic, but you're going about it the wrong way. So here's what we do, and this is what we did at our clinics. And I want you to do this for yours as well, and I've done this for businesses in 30 niches on 5 continents. I want you to focus first and foremost on the first rock, which is E, economics, okay? And then we're going to improve our economics so that we can buy more traffic, to improve conversions, to get to the promised land. It's that simple, okay? So I don't want you to focus on generating new patient traffic. What we're going to do is we're going to generate income from your existing client list, your existing patient list, even if you've already marketed to them before, okay? Even if I've already tried marketing my PRP procedures or testosterone procedures to them. Even if you've done that before, we're going to still start here, and here's why. Because there's a pretty good chance that you did a few things wrong when targeting your existing list, and there are a few things that if you would have done, you would have generated significant money. Now, let's look at the economics of this. Let's just say that you have 1,000 patients on your email list. Those 1,000 patients should equate to 10 additional sales at $1,500 a piece, an additional $15,000, okay? So whatever size of your list that you have, where you have contact record information, hopefully email and phone number and physicals. We're going to talk more about email and deliverability in another video, but what I want you to understand is that if you have 1,000 names, okay, and you were to take that down to 1%, 1% of the people on your list would be buyers in the next 30 days. And that 1% who are going to potentially be buyers is going to rotate every single month. And if you have a list of 1,000 names, you could run campaigns to that group of 1,000 people for the next 6 months. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a portion of that new revenue and we're going to use that to buy new media to generate new patients. But we're going to do it differently. We're going to use the concept of what we did with the copy that we did for marketing to our existing client list. We know that converts, and we're going to use that in new campaigns. Okay, so that's the next step for today. As always, if you would like to schedule a call with me to see if you are a fit for our program, where we can do this for you and you have very little risk, in fact, we guarantee that you'll get results, just below you'll see a link to a calendar to book an appointment. And look, there's no pressure, but after all, I am in marketing and sales, and I would be remiss if I didn't make that offer to you. So if not, keep watching these videos. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up or post down there or share. And whatever you do, have a great day. Take great care of your patients, and I'll see you in the next video.